In this video, I'm going to teach you how to make money doing something as simple as setting appointments. Now, if you don't know what an appointment setter is, you can see right here. An appointment setter is a professional who schedules consultations between sales staff and prospective clients, ensuring that important meetings are booked for the sales team. Now, you may be thinking, that sounds boring, but it's much more interesting and fun. And of course, the most important part is that it's profitable. And that's the main reason you're here, right? Also, you can see that there ain't any strict requirements to get this job, so it's not very difficult. You don't need a degree or anything to get started, and it's available worldwide as it's a remote job. All you need is a laptop, phone, or some sort of device to be able to track your work. Now, as you can see, this article says that an appointment setter is a person who works in sales. Now, that's fine, but that's not all true, because the main job as an appointment setter is to connect these contacts with the seller. So there's a different salesperson who does all the sales pitch and everything else, but you're the one who just connects the leads to the customer and the sales team. That's when the sales team can actually close a sale. So basically, you just set up the appointment, and that's why it's called an appointment setter. And nowadays there is a lot of information available online and you can learn a lot from it, but the main job of an appointment setter is to make phone calls. There are two types of appointment setters. There's inbound and outbound. Inbound appointment setters connect interested people to the salesperson. They have a script to follow and need to determine if the person is a good fit for the product or service being offered. Then they pass on the lead to the salesperson. On the other hand, outbound appointment setters make cold calls. They reach out to people through direct messages or emails. So these are the two different types of jobs for appointment setters. As an example, let's check this channel that I found, Inside the Business. Now you can see that he is selling coaching business on Instagram and also has a lot of Instagram followers. So what he is doing is just driving traffic so he can sell his coaching business. Okay, so he's in a lucrative money-making niche and he's selling his course. Now there's another way to drive traffic to your channel, and that is by paying other channels that have bigger followings to be featured on their channel. And that's just one way of doing it. So basically, once you gain some traffic, these warm leads, as they call them, can become your clients. And all these people who follow this channel, well, they're so-called warm leads, right? And then they become potential clients. So what this channel owner does is he posts simple content like this to keep the followers happy, and then every so often someone will contact him to buy the coaching course. But now, let's see what happens if I like one of his posts. What will happen? What will happen is I'll get a DM from an appointment setter. It's not going to be the owner of the channel contacting me. He's just hired someone to make the appointments for him. For example, the appointment setter will ask me a few questions to see if I'm a qualified lead. If I'm not a qualified lead, he'll just stop messaging me, but he'll most probably be working on commissions and hourly wage. So he's going to try and persuade you that you need that course and throw some sales tactics at you to set the appointment. Next, he will put you in touch with the sales team or the owner himself so that the owner or the sales team can sell me that product. That's basically how it works. It's not a complicated process. So there's a lot of these appointment setters out there. They make those appointments and then they get paid, either in commissions or at an hourly rate. The commissions can vary from 5 to 20% depending on the channel owner of what company you work for. So you may agree it's not a difficult process. The more people you book, the more money you can earn. Now obviously some of these appointment schedulers and other companies have different methods, like making phone calls. Sometimes they do cold calls or emails, and some will DM on Instagram. There are many sales channels out there that need this service. Like the example I showed you earlier, if I click on this link in bio, it will be redirected to this page. And you see right now, to get started, I just need to enter my name, my email address, and I have to give them my phone number. That's exactly what I was talking about. Once you enter your phone number, someone will contact you and try to sell you on the course. So if you're working for popular influencers or entrepreneurs, you can make a lot of money. For example, look at King Keto's channel. He's got over 1 million followers and he provides really impressive coaching services. There is therefore a high entrance fee to these courses. That means your commission is also going to be much higher. So it can really be a good hustle, but it can also be a full-time job if you decide to work there. So to attend these courses, people have to pay a lot of money just to be educated. And so in return, the commissions are going to be really high. And of course, the more commissions you earn, the more motivated you are, and you will get a lot more leads. Now, there are specific responsibilities and requirements for this job. I'm not going to go through all of them, but you can go to indeed.com and do some research. The most important part I would recommend is gaining relevant experience. If you're planning to work for Instagram influencers or entrepreneurs, you don't need to have any specific degree or education. However, you can gain a lot of experience working for them. So what you can do is go to Instagram and you can search for 50 coaches that you would like to work for. Next, you can DM all of them, and if you don't have any experience, you can ask them if you can work on a lower commission until you gain some experience. And of course, once you get the skill to do a better job, then you can negotiate the deal. Or you can even offer them a free trial until you gain some experience. But whichever one you choose, you need to have those skills and you need to be a good communicator communicator. Your communication skills will therefore play a big role if you decide to take on this kind of job. But all of these companies will give you their own infrastructure to work on, which will make it easier for you. After all, you're only contacting leads, so you will try to persuade the customer to make an appointment with someone from the sales team who make the sales, which is much easier than actually trying to sell them something. And there's no need to persuade people to buy this or buy that. You simply make an appointment with someone who might be interested because they like to post on Instagram, and then you can contact them with your script. Over time, you will find out what works and what doesn't, and how to change your script to make it better. The important part is that you practice. You have to practice interacting with people, and with experience, you'll start making a decent income. Also, as I mentioned earlier, you can work from anywhere as long as you have a laptop or a phone. Location is not important at all. Now, I told you that the company will provide you with the infrastructure you need, but ChatGPT is something that can help anyone who makes appointments. This AI is an amazing thing these days, because look at this, you can be more organized with the help of this. I'm sure that you've already heard of ChatGPT, and we can see that it can make your life much easier. It can help you with all the other things that you're involved in. So my advice is go find these coaches online, go see who you would work for, and start scheduling appointments. Go connect these people and see if they need an appointment set up. If you want to become a professional, have an education, and want to continue on Indeed.com, you can simply search for appointment setter, and you can choose the location and then remote, and you can search for these jobs. You can see that there are actually over 60 jobs on Indeed.com, so you can go and just do some research, see what's what, and see what works for you and what doesn't. So all in all, appointment setting can be really profitable and an easy job. It can make you a lot of money, mainly because you get an hourly wage and you earn a commission. So the more people you book, the more money you will earn. So it's totally up to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe.